Cauliflowers, perhaps the most loved vegetables of winters. We love cauliflowers and it becomes an everyday thing during winters. Welcome to Cook with Pikturenama. I am Madhushri and today we are going to do Phulkopir roast or cauliflower roast the Bengali way. This is something which I had picked up from my mother-in-law and she has from her mother-in-law. So this recipe is really loved in our family and people over the generations, everyone has loved it. Even my son absolutely adores this recipe. And before we get on with the recipe, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to like and share this recipe with your friends and your family. It's a beautiful big cauliflower and the best part is that in winters you don't have insects or creepy crawlers inside the cauliflowers. So basically first chop off all the stalks which you can use it in your torkari, and cauliflower leaves make especially in winters, these make for an excellent butter. Now this is the cauliflower. We'll cut these into very large florets. These kind of large big florets. So these are my cauliflower florets, really big ones. What I'm going to do is wash them under running water. I have boiling water over here. I'll turn it off and then just dunk the washed cauliflower florets into this. Basically we've got to keep this for about 15 minutes in this hot water. We'll quickly take you through the ingredients. We need 1 bay leaf, whole garam masala, which is cardamom, cloves and cinnamon. This is about 2 tablespoons of coriander powder, 1.5 tablespoons of cumin powder, 2 tablespoons of red chilli powder, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder. We'll need about 3 teaspoons of ginger paste, some fresh green chillies. This is about 2 tablespoons of cashew paste and a pinch of heeng. Mustard oil, of course, can't do without it. Salt and sugar. We need about 2 medium-sized tomatoes. Deseed them and chop them. After 15 minutes, drain off the water from the florets, and so these are your florets which we will use in the cooking. I've also added all the powder spices with a little bit of water and the ginger paste and made this masala or the base for the gravy. We'll start by heating up about 4 tablespoons of mustard oil. This does require a little extra mustard oil. Once the oil becomes hot, add your bay leaf, 1 green chilli and the whole garam masala. Let this brown a little. Now reduce the temperature and add the masala, the spice paste. Stir this and make sure the spices don't stick to the bottom. So you've got to cook the spices for about 5 to 6, 7 minutes, depends on the the flame or the heat, and keep the heat at a medium so that you cook the spices. So this has been cooking for about 5 minutes now. I'm going to add the tomatoes to this. Stir and let the heat be at a medium only. Little bit of salt to this. The tomatoes have almost softened. The spices are also more or less cooked. I'll add the cauliflower to this now. And that, just a tablespoon of water from the masala bowl, I'm just adding to this. Now coat the cauliflower florets with all the spices. Now what I'm going to do is lower the heat and cover this. So every now and then you've got to uncover and check if the spices are sticking to the bottom or not, and how much the cauliflower has cooked. You can sprinkle some warm water because that will help in, speeding up the process also, and the spices will not stick to the bottom. So after about 20 minutes of cooking, you can see that there's a lot of moisture which is released from the cauliflowers, and they have relatively softened, but I think the stalks need to cook a little more. Just stir it once. I will cover this again and leave this to cook for another 10-15 minutes. So this is for after another 15 minutes. Now this looks completely done. Yeah, the monkey is back over here and she's singing. Yes, the stalks have also become soft. Add about a teaspoon of sugar to this. And this is the cashew paste which I'm adding.
Yeah, it happens.
Give it a stir. A little salt is required. I'll add a few green chillies to this also. Now this is completely done. Turn off the heat. You can serve Phulkopir roast with luchi, any kind of pulao, even with paratha or porota, or with steamed rice.